I've had a lot of questions about the differences between the Creator Email Template Pack and Palladio. And what I thought I would do in this video was just kind of show you both on my screen and explain some of the differences between each and hopefully help you understand which one is right for you. So the Creator Email Template Pack is the predecessor of Palladio. What it was when I originally launched it, it was a downloadable zip file that had some HTML templates that could then be loaded and minimally configured into ConvertKit. The problem there was that the minimal configuration bit meant that there had to be a bit of more technical software installed on your computer in order for it to work, which a lot of the people who bought it struggled with that because it involved kind of doing developer-y command line console things, which wasn't frankly that easy to do. So what I ended up doing with the template pack, which is the current version, is taking all of those canned templates and widgets and building a very minimal web interface for them that allowed you to do the same configuration through your web browser. So the way it works is there are a total of really just two different newsletter or email templates, I should say, the newsletter and then the plain template. There is one called newsletter using blocks, but that's a bit more technical and most people don't need that. But the way it would work is you would have this template here, which you can't really do much with. You can't get rid of the logo or add more margin to the top of that logo or whatever else. It's fairly inflexible. As you can see on the left, actually you can't get rid of the logo. I forgot you could do that. You can change the alignment of the logo. You can change the offset, so how far it should be pushed out from the left. You can decide your font options. You can change the background color. You can change the text color and things like that. And that's pretty much it. And that was done because this isn't really an editor. This is a way to configure a pre-made template that I created. Likewise, for the various widgets, it's pretty similar in that you can, when you go to like a widget, you can change the background color, in this case, the highlight color, the font to use, and that's effectively it. You can't go beyond any of this sort of stuff. So this is good if you are looking for just kind of a out-of-the-box system for doing emails. You don't really care too much about massive configuration. You want to be able to do things like change your name, obviously, and make it so it's a photo of you. But if you wanted to do something like make this top line a dotted line, you couldn't really do that with the template pack. And that was always a bit of a thorn in my side because as somebody who really likes owning things in the truest sense of the word, I, even with the template pack that I created, couldn't do that easily because there's only so much you could do. But with the template pack, the way it would work is you would kind of cherry pick which widgets you'd want to use. You'd usually grab the newsletter email template. And when you're ready to load them into ConvertKit, you would click this content snippet HTML tab. It would then create the custom HTML by merging my template with your configuration options. And then it would minify them and get it all ready for ConvertKit. It would write a bit of liquid for you and so on. So that's basically what the Creator Email Template Pack does. Is it's just it's a very, to be honest, very inflexible set of well-tested templates and widgets that you can minimally configure. And that's, again, that's sufficient for a lot of people. So what Palladio is it's a full-blown extension of that, built the way that I should have made this originally. So if you've ever used a tool like Webflow or a page builder on a platform like WordPress, what you see here will be pretty familiar. So the way it works with Palladio is you have, let me go back to the templates. So you have quite a bit more templates to work with initially. So I've taken things like Jay Class's Creative Companion, James Clear's weekly newsletter, the Indie Hackers newsletter and so on and so forth. And I've made it so you can start with one of these. And then when you load them into your account, you have full control. And what I mean by that is, let's say I wanted to put a picture of a panda next to the logo. Well, I could do that if I wanted to by finding a picture of a panda, copying the URL, clicking on this, and pasting it in here. So you have full control with Palladio with regards to everything. So I can change the width here. I can add a bunch of margin at the bottom of this panda picture. I can move him up here. I can move him into here. And you can basically do that for everything. So you're able to add anything you want. And when you go into any of these elements, you have full control over everything. So you'll remember with Palladio, with the creator to email template pack, I should say, you have, let me go back to the call out. You have, in this case, you can change the background color, the top highlight color, and the font. Well, as you can see here, let me go into the equivalent call out here, which is right here. So this is a call out equivalent that I'm using for this. I want to make the border here 10 pixels tall. I want it to be solid. I want it to be black. Oh, actually, I want it at the top, don't I? So you can see here how I'm doing things like I'm putting the border at the top, or maybe I'll put it also on the right. You have complete control and authority, whereas with the template pack, you have minimal control and authority. So that's really the big difference, is that if you really want to make what you end up building template-wise your own, and you're a tinkerer and you really are particular, then Palladio is going to be the tool for you. Likewise, if you want more widget options and more template options, Palladio would be a better bet, because again, the creator email template pack really just has this newsletter template option and the plain option available to you. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything I've missed in terms of how to best compare and contrast these two products. What I would say is that if you like the look of this email template, what you see here, and to be honest, a lot of people are using this now, which is great. I mean, it obviously works well. It's appealing and it's effective. If you like the look of the various widgets that are included, like the click to tweet widget, the testimonial widget, the survey widget, the feature product or article widget, if you like the way they look as is, and all you're concerned about is changing colors, then the template pack is fine. But if you want to go beyond that, if you want to create from scratch your own widgets that solve your own purposes, or solve your own challenges, I should say, and you really want to go wild, then Palladio is going to be a lot more flexible. On top of that, one thing I would do want to mention is I really don't plan on adding more to the template pack. So basically what you're getting is what you're paying for is what you're getting. Palladio, though, is being constantly upgraded with new templates, new widgets, and they're not really easily back portable, if that makes sense. So again, if what I offer with the template pack is more than sufficient for you, excellent. For a lot of people, it is. If you want to go a little more, if you want to go a little deeper and have more customization options, and you want to kind of be on the bleeding edge, if you will, of the progress of the underlying platform like ConvertKit or whatever else, then you're going to want to invest in that case in Palladio. So hopefully this helps. If you have any more questions for me, definitely let me know. But yeah, that sums up the differences.